If you are a passionate violinist looking to improve your vibrato, you are in the right place. I will walk you through 5 different vibrato exercises that can give you more freedom and control that you need to master your vibrato. You may be tensing up when you're vibrating. You may be feeling a little bit of tension around your neck or shoulder or your arm or your hand. And these can really help you to create the sound that you want with your vibrato and have the steady vibrato, be able to change the color and character of the sound using the vibrato. And if you want to know the vibrato secret that not many violinists are aware of, watch this video till the end because I will reveal it at the end of the video. Hi, I'm Dr. Ye-jin, and I'm here to guide your violin journey to be easier and happier and more effective to get to the next level of your violin playing faster. So let's get to the origin of vibrato. What is vibrato? Vibrato comes from the word Italian vibrare, something like that. It comes from the voice vibrato. When singers sing in the opera, they have this natural vibrato from the throat, just very natural. And when they tense up here, I'm sure it's not going to work. It comes from the body that when you're totally relaxed and have the energy flowing into your body, I'm sure that vibrato is going to be just very steady and natural, even if when you're not trying. So let's apply this origin of vibrato to our body and also the violin. It's very important to check your body and really make sure that all your body parts are relaxed and in control and have more energy flow, like freely in your body. So first, we're going to go through some warming up vibrato exercises to set you up for the vibrato exercises that will really help you gain the control and freedom. Let's shake your hands and shake your arms, shake your body. If you haven't watched my previous video, watch the video right here because all the exercises that I am doing here will really be enhanced by the right violin posture explained in this video. Let's talk about finger joints because vibrato actually comes from these top finger joint here, the knuckle here, right? Let's make sure that this joint is flexible enough. Shake it up. And then breathe in and breathe out. And have your left arm up like this. Support your arm, like inner arm, with your hand, left hand like this. So your wrist is not flipping. It's like up. And if you just really relax your hand, your fingers, so you're not squeezing or you're not holding anything, you're just like relaxed. It comes to this shape, right? When you just go and hold your violin like this is how you could hold the violin the most comfortable way, right? So let's start from here. So you're supporting your arm and you're relaxed with your finger joints here. And you can check the flexibility of your finger joints by using your right index finger and go up and down like this. So this finger joint is very flexible, right? Let's do the pinky too. Yeah. So when your finger joint is tight, then if you do this, it's going to be not easy to have the finger joint move like this, right? So it may be different. The flexibility of the finger joint may be different depending on your experience in the past in your violin journey. Maybe this finger joint is not really trained to be flexible. If you want to build more flexibility, I will tell you the next exercise that can really enhance the flexibility and build your awareness on this finger joint without the violin first, okay? So let's check it out and then hold your right arm with your left hand like this. I am holding my right arm like I'm holding the violin. So this is this is the fingerboard that's very soft and wide, right? So it's easier to actually hold it like this, diagonally down, so fingers are not like facing like this, diagonally facing me like this, but you don't need to stay there. You can just stay here comfortably. Lift fingers and just put one finger down, joint, curved and straightened, curved and straightened. So you can move your joint like this, one finger at a time, like this. So you can see that the joint is curved and straightened. It's just moving, but with more support, and it's actually easier than exercising this on violin. So this is a good warm-up exercise before you get to the violin. So in this way, you can train your finger knuckles to be more flexible if they're not. So now it's time to get to the violin. First off, I want to recommend putting the violin on a wall. Find a wall that is empty and like the floor is empty so that you have enough space to have the violin on the wall. You can just put it against the wall just like this, so that you're not getting tight when you go back like this. That's the first mistake or misconception that many violin players do. They get tense because they want to hold on to the violin, because there is this fear of having the violin out when they move, or shaking the violin with the hand. But you don't have to worry about that part when your violin is fixed against the wall like this. So I'll pretend that there is a wall, because I don't have free wall around here. So let's do this. Put all the fingers down first on the fingerboard. Pick one string. I'll do A string here. And then now we're gonna slowly introduce that movement. So your thumb is comfortably placed and all your fingers are facing you in the right pattern. And shake your elbow and let it just fall down naturally. And see if your pinky part of your arm is straight down. It's not like this or not like this. You're not gripping it. You're just comfortably set up like this, right? And then from here, you can lift other fingers and put the third finger down, anchored enough on that D, right, on A string. And then see the joint, it's curved here, right? And now you're gonna straighten it. And when you straighten it, make sure your wrist stays straight. So it's not poking out like this, or you're not holding on to the violin neck like this, right? Your wrist is straight down. So you can put your hand right here to support your arm, and when it moves back, it moves just this much, just the finger joint movement. As it goes back, just this much, and then coming back all the way. So it's more of like a forward. When you come forward, you're anchored more deeply in the string, and then when you go back, you're releasing the pressure from the fingertip. And then when you come back, you're anchored more deeply, like on the right note. And then you go back and come back, introducing this movement to each finger, releasing the pressure, coming back, releasing and coming back, releasing and coming back. Observe these finger knuckles and see if they are moving back and forth, and your arm is not going out of the alignment. It's staying the same. So this is, people call it arm vibrato exercise. And then after that, we'll get to the wrist vibrato on third position like this. It's the same kind of similar exercises, but it's a little different because you're using this part, the shoulder part of the violin, to just lean on this part, right? And then put all the fingers down, right? And then do the same exercise, but this time when you go back, you're just moving this hand back, releasing and coming back, releasing and coming back. Do each finger with this exercise, just getting the sense of the movement like this. So your arm is comfortably down and you're just moving this hand back and forth. This is the basic exercise that you can do in the place that you can stabilize the violin so that you don't have to worry about it. And when you do that, really make sure that your thumb is comfortably placed here and not squeezing like this, right? So comfortably, so you can tap, 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 just noticing how comfortable they are and introducing this movement. And let's get to making the sound and exercising the control over your vibrato. Let's go back to the wall because this will really just release our worries or any tightness in our hand that comes from wanting to hold on to the violin. We'll start from first finger. So this is comfortable 4 beats that you can count in one bow. 1, 2, 3, 4. Let's do second finger. Relax your neck. Relax your shoulders, especially your left shoulder. You don't need to raise it here. And then pinky. So the reason why I do the dotted rhythm is because I want the movement to be one gesture, then ta-ra-ra-ra-ra, that makes the sound disconnected. Right? You want to make it very smooth, one gesture, like circle. So this is the right note, and then when you release, it's going to be a little lower when you release the pressure from your fingertip. And then you're gonna come back to the note. It was a little sharp. So like the fingertip should be anchored enough so that it's not going to move up and down over your right pitch that you're working on. Like this. Always come back to the note. Forward motion, because if you go too much back and then keep going back and not coming back enough, you're gonna just want to keep going back, which really makes this arm tight. And it's not going to make the vibrato steady or comfortable. Always come back without any tension. And after you do that, you can go to third position and play same thing, but this time your arm is steady, and when you do this, make sure your biceps and your arm is just relaxed. Okay. That's the exercise that you can do throughout the 4 fingers. And then after that, when you get comfortable with that, you can speed up just a little bit up and get to 8 eighth notes in one bow. But it's going to be the same 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. Or 8 eighth notes. So that's the exercise you can do after, and then you can also do here with the control. So the controlling part, you want to make sure that you count and then make the speed very steady. And when you do that, important part is to scan your body and make sure that your arm is not getting tight, your shoulder is not raising, your neck is not getting tight. Many times the pain or tightness and tension comes from holding on to the violin too much like this. We kind of like unknowingly squeeze our shoulder up to make the violin steady. Or another mistake is that we push down the violin because we're doing the vibrato, and if you're not supporting the violin with your thumb, then it's actually easier to push down the violin, and that makes the neck and shoulder blades very tired, and it can lead to injury if you are not careful. That's why you need to watch the video, the posture adjustment, because that'll help you to really create more body awareness. Let's actually combining this exercise. When you can do, let's see, in the first position, I will show you how I do this. I breathe in and out. And I'm scanning my neck. It's free. And I'm checking my arm. Something like that. Okay, so that's how you scan your body. And each finger is going to feel different. And I will talk about that at the end of the video. The previous exercises really help you to be able to gain the control over your vibrato. When you really count and be steady with the rhythm and the tempo and practice that diligently, it'll really make your vibrato steadier. And after that, we want to really gain more freedom over our vibrato. And that comes from letting go muscle. So when you can really build the surrendering part, you can gain more freedom over your vibrato, because vibrato problem always comes from tensing up and trying to control here. But we need to balance it out between the controlling part and letting go part. So we're gonna exercise how to let go of the tension. So first off, if you want to make your violin steady, you can go back to the wall to like lean on the violin and make your violin steady. Relax your neck, and then try to slide up and down without any pressure, right? So my hand, this part and this part, normally we hold it like this, right? So the neck of the violin is very smooth, right? So you're not gripping it or squeezing it, you're just like sliding back and forth like this. And make sure that you do this with your arm being straight, not flipping around, right? So like this. And then after that, you can put the fingers down just on the surface of the string very lightly, so it's not going down all the way, just on the surface of the string. Then we're gonna just go like this. It's just sliding back and forth like this, each string. And then let's experiment with one finger down. So first finger down, but I'm not going all the way down. It's just like floating on the surface of the string. And then I'm doing this on the surface. It's the harmonic kind of pressure. And then second finger, third finger. So how you know is that your finger shape is not going to change. It's going to stay the same if you're very relaxed and really sliding on the surface of the string. If you're pressing it down, it's going to collapse the shape, right? So including even your pinky is going to stay the same. It's not going to push in like that. Yeah, like this, right? And then after that, you can practice doing this and then just anchoring your finger on one spot and do the same with your arm. Nothing changes except the finger pressure on one spot. So you can do this movement and reduce the gap and then put the fingertip down on one spot, anchor it, and just do the same movement that you've been doing, like this. When you bring your bow to the violin, it's gonna sound very funny, but let's do this. Okay. See, when you're moving, it's not going to be solid sound, and you don't need to be in tune for this exercise. Just stop at one point and anchor the finger. And do the same movement. That will really give you the sense of, oh, this is how you are relaxed and do the vibrato. Because when you exercise only the controlling part, this movement, you are not completely relaxed, so it's kind of hard to get the sense of that. See? So that's the exercise you can do to be able to surrender and relax more and have your vibrato more comfortable and free and flowing and natural. And after this, you can combine first 2 vibrato exercises with the counting. After that, you will add these exercises. So go back to this and then go to the next note. So when you let go of the tension, it's the finger knuckle that's freely moving back and forth. Without worrying about controlling, it'll just naturally happen. Try it with the wall first, and then without the wall, you'll gain more steadiness. Imagine the wall was there, and then do the exercise comfortably. And when you finally got it, you can practice scales with the vibrato. Okay, if you have watched until now, you must be very dedicated to your violin learning. So I will reveal the secret of the vibrato exercises that you can improve upon your vibrato and gain more freedom even on stages when you are under pressure. Like, we tend to tense up a little more when we are on stage or when we are playing for other people. When we get a little nervous, we get tensed. So in those times, you want to really make sure that you have all the support system around your fingers and being able to center yourself into that flow state. So how do you do that? Especially with your vibrato, know that your fingers need more support from your thumb. So those of you who have really good sturdy shoulder rest, I also have something to support my shoulder, but sometimes we just unknowingly raise the shoulder when we are playing the vibrato, or we push down the violin. But we need more support from the thumb, and thumb location can change around depending on which finger, which position, which string you're playing. So watch my thumb location here. So I'm here. First finger, I could come here. Second finger, I could come here. Relaxing my bicep, and then fourth finger, pinky, I can come to here. Or here. And notice when I am supporting the violin from here in this thumb knuckle, my thumb shape is a little different from usual people. It doesn't go back that much. So I need to find the point that how I can support the fingers with two different ways, like this or like this, right? So in both ways, I am leveraging, and I don't want to put too much pressure on my neck to hold the violin up or collarbone just to squeeze the violin down. I want to be able to support the violin with my thumb, and when the leverage of support is closer to the fingers, it actually makes richer sound. So look, like this. I go a little deeper into the, like this. But when I go down underneath the neck, it's softer. And you might notice the tension in your upper arm or lower arm depending on the fingers. So when you notice that, let go and hear the difference and feel the difference in your vibrato. So that's also the practice I developed, because when I was younger, I wasn't noticing that, and I was getting tight on my vibrato, not knowing what the problem is, because it worked fine in my practice room, and it sometimes doesn't work when I am under pressure and when I am nervous. So that's how I really realized and exercised that, like, how to let go of the tension here. I was noticing more and more, and you can do that too in your practice time. Notice more and more of the tension around your arm or around your shoulder or around your neck. And when you notice that, just let go. And then notice the difference in your vibrato. And also find out how you can support your each finger with the thumb location. So for example, when you're on the higher position, you're here. Your thumb can go out for E string. See, my thumb. See, it really depends on what kind of sound you want to create. You can move your thumb around to create different sounds that you want. And it comes from listening and feeling and really building the awareness around your body in different parts. Not just the finger or note and technique, but around your body from top to bottom. Build that awareness, and I am sure that you will feel the difference in your vibrato. And being able to really pick the colors and speed of the vibrato depending on the sound that you want. Go and apply these exercises and let me know which exercise really helped you the most in the comment below. I'll be so excited to read those comments. And if you have any questions around these vibrato exercises, don't hesitate to comment below. I will get back to it, or I can create another video around that. If you haven't downloaded my free PDF around 10 steps to a happy and effective violin practice, download it in the description below, because these steps will really guide you through 10 steps that you can build the body awareness and freedom around your violin playing. And if you haven't watched the 5 violin posture adjustments to eliminate the pain and discomfort, watch the video right here. And if you're curious about the 4th octave G major scale practice session, watch the video down here. If this video was helpful, hit the like button and subscribe to my channel for more valuable tips like this. And share with your friends to spread the words. Thank you for watching the video, and in the meantime, happy practicing.